Hello to you, Paula. Thank you very much for joining us. What exactly is the situation there now?
Right now, the situation here is extremely tense. I'm standing in front of several hundred protesters who've made their way slowly to the bridge that separates the Serbian side of Kosovo Mitrovica with the ethnic Albanian side. Riot police have moved further back. They're much further than they've been stationed over the past month that we've seen these daily demonstrations. As I'm talking to you, some of the demonstrators are picking up stones, but it's not clear whether they plan to actually throw them at the police or heed the call by the Serbian Minister for Kosovo, who addressed the crowd about 5 minutes ago. He appealed for calm and he urged protesters to make their way to the bridge and to lay flowers in a peaceful demonstration at the graves of those who died 4 years ago during the pogrom of 2004 between Serbs and ethnic Albanians. The situation is extremely tense. It's raining. The crowd is probably a little bit less than they expected because of the weather, but a lot of people screaming, a lot of people asking me which television station I'm from, a lot of anger towards what happened earlier this morning.
Paula, we know that 14 Ukrainian peacekeepers from the UN mission have been injured as protesters attacked them. What's the situation now?
We don't have any more information about those 14 Ukrainian peacekeepers, but what I can tell you is a few minutes ago I was in front of the UN courthouse. Now, the courthouse at this moment is being secured by French UN police. There are a number of them who are inside the building who are injured, and several French police officers are reportedly making their way to this courthouse to assist them and to aid them. There's still a lot of tear gas in the air. As I'm talking to you, I'm squeezing my eyes because everybody here is walking around with tissues, people's with bloodshot eyes. You can still feel the leftover of the tear gas that was fired not so long ago. There are also angry demonstrators who are standing in front of the courthouse still, where you see several burnt-out UN vehicles. They're screaming at the French police who are there. They're accusing them of invading their country. They're accusing them of, they're asking them whether or not this is democracy and what kind of democracy this is. Now, today marks exactly 1 month since the ethnic Albanians declared independence in Kosovo. I managed to meet up with people on both sides of the divide and ask them the question exactly what has happened in the last month.
This is not usually what the world gets to see of Kosovo Mitrovica. Young people hanging out and having a good time. But at night, the pubs and clubs in the Serbian enclave are full. It's the one chance people have to empty their minds of their daily political struggle. The music, though, is still nationalistic, and the words a reminder that Kosovo will forever remain part of Serbia.
I'm not welcome here. Maybe they are trying to explain me that I'm welcome here, that everything is okay, that they will respect our culture, our way of life, but we know very well for the last 200-300 years that it's not true.
This is the life. In the night we go to cafes, drink coffee, dance, but during the day we demonstrate.
It's exactly a month since demonstrators started marching down these streets in protest. They're no longer making headlines, but they're as committed as ever to fighting to keep Kosovo as part of Serbia.
The protests will continue. The Serb elections are on the 11th of May. If Tomislav Nikolic wins, it will be much easier to keep Kosovo in Serbia. We need Russia, but we don't ask for Russian soldiers. We need Russian weapons. If we'd had the weapons in 1999, the situation today would be completely different.
But it's not only parties and demonstrations. The real action is happening on the ground, like here at this train station just outside Mitrovica.
For the first time in 9 years, Serbia sent trains from Belgrade to Kosovo, ignoring an agreement with the United Nations. They say in much the same way as the United Nations ignored the agreement over the sovereignty of Kosovo. Relations between Serbia and the UN are at an all-time low. Locals also took over the UN courthouse, showing exactly what they think of the world body. And even on the Albanian side, a month after declaring independence, people's patience is running out.
In both sides, the citizens are depressed. It is poverty, unemployment, and we hope to return perspective in Mitrovica, because in past it was one of most developed cities in Kosovo.
For local Albanian businessmen who pinned their hopes on this independence, so far nothing's changed. But Serem Zheji is trying to see the bright side anyway.
Not much that we can touch or see it, but for me it's the feeling of belonging to a country, that's all. Now I'm a citizen of Kosovo, and for me, for now, almost nothing, because I'm continuing doing the same job that I did.
A month on, and neither promises of a better future nor the power of the gun can convince Serbs to dance to a different tune. The music of their Kosovo still stirs strongly in their soul. Russia Today, Kosovska, Mitrovica.